If you like OBS plugins, or you just want to streamline your content creation process, I might be able to help. There's quite a few plugins or applications you can use to clip your content. A lot of them are tedious. You have to do it manually. So I decided to create something that was a bit automated. There are two programs I made. One is a script for OBS to timestamp your stuff. The other one uses that file to clip. Usually I don't make tutorials, testing the waters. This is not gonna be a real in-depth on either of these, just an overview of both of them. I usually post Warzone content or other gaming content, single player, survival games are gonna be coming up. So if you like that type of stuff, or you wanna learn more about tutorials or how to set up some tech stuff that you don't know about, let me know in the comments. How do you get these programs? That's a good question. I have them in my GitHub page, which will be linked down in the description. And right now I have the two projects that I mentioned. The first one is the OBS recording markers. I have two releases because I already messed up. Go to the newest one, latest one, and just download the zip. Once you download the zip, you can copy that file over, paste it, for example, in my documents folder, paste it in there. Make sure it's not in your desktop because the next program will not work on your desktop. Neither will this. It won't be able to create the file on your desktop because of permission issues. So just do it in like your documents or something, hard drive, whatever you have, just not your desktop. Open OBS. Make sure you add your path to the Python version that you're going to be using. And you have trouble doing this, a quick Google search, or I also have it in my GitHub page. I have the installation process in there. After you do that, add your script, and I would restart OBS. A few things you're gonna have to do, just make sure you follow these OBS file name formatting, a simple name, no spaces, and then copy and paste, or I guess just type out this format at the end of your file. Make sure you don't generate without spaces. Now this program, how is it gonna help me? Well, there's a lot of plugins out there that you can use to timestamp or the OBS replay buffer. This is similar to a timestamp, but it holds more information. You can do more with it. There's two formats that you can clip your stuff. First one, seconds, seconds. Seconds before, seconds after, whatever timestamp. This right here is, for example, longer gameplay. If you have a game that lasts 10 minutes, you don't want to be writing out 10 minutes and seconds, which you can do. You can do that. I just prefer not to. So this format is hours, minutes, seconds. Next thing you can do, modify. You can also put a negative here and it'll go -10 or minus whatever here. This will add 10 seconds to your last row only if it's in this first format. Deletes the last row, works on any of them. Recording path, copy and paste the recording path from your OBS. Events.csv, you're gonna have to specify the absolute path. After you do this, restart OBS. It'll create the CSV file. And then you have this, where I've only tested this with MP4 video extensions. Now if I click start recording, it will populate a new field. As you can see, the naming convention matters a ton because the program guesses, like, you can have as many files as you want for that day. It should automatically guess the correct name if you use the right convention. Mine happens to be named this. Okay, so how do I use this? Easy. Settings, hotkeys, bam. Keep this easy. Shift 1, Shift 2, Shift 3, Shift 4. This corresponds to the names in the script settings. Apply that. Shift 1, first entry. Remember that modify I showed you? Shift 3, that's 10 seconds. They say you want to add another 30 seconds. Well, it looks like I did 4. But there you go, 70 and 5. 30 minutes, there it is. And then the last one, we're going to add another one for the seconds. And we're going to delete that one. Delete it. So that's basically what it does. Make sure when you're clipping 30 minutes or so, make sure that your file is actually going to be able to go back 30 minutes, because if it doesn't, you'll get an error. Change that. You can always do this manually. It won't affect anything as long as it's not marked process. And if you have one that's processed already and you're like, man, I needed 40 seconds for that one, you can make it look like this. And just change your time here. Control S, rerun the clipper, which will go on to right now. So the next one I have in pre-release right now is not 100% ready, but it's called Catch a Clip. Naming suggestions are welcome. You can go through this, read the installation stuff, but if you want to grab it, go to releases, version 1, assets, download the exe. Now, what I would suggest is keeping this in a folder with the other script, because I have other things coming out that might be useful to you as well. Drag that over here. So you can see catchaclip.exe. I don't know why there's dots there. I need to change that. You might get a pop-up saying, are you sure? Yep, I'm sure. And this one was a little bit more complex, so there might be quite a few bugs that you find. First thing that it does, creates this data directory. Don't worry about that. Don't delete that, please. I am working on a dark mode, okay? Catch a clip, right? Config. This will be the path to this CSV file. Is that there? Where do you want your new clips to be saved? Let's see. I want them saved in a directory called clipped. Don't worry about having a directory created already. It'll create it for you. Now, once your recording is finalized, then you click clip. You should see 4 files being generated wherever you set your output directory. As you can see, there is 1, 2. It's pretty fast. It's pretty quick, especially for short clips. Games take a lot longer. And when it's done clipping, you'll see that. Thread complete. And you will see this. And this is a finished clip, as you can see. 33 seconds, 32 seconds. Useful links if you want to subscribe. This is the link to my GitHub page where the marker is in case you don't have it. But let me know any feedback, any bugs, whatever. If you end up using this, I hope it helps somebody. I'll see you on the next one.